This is no money, mo money. This little Lala's latest business venture went belly up. Now he can't even afford a monthly subscription. But he's determined to turn his luck around. With the few extra personal rules forcing me to craft and gather for my items and limiting access to advanced jobs, we're in for quite a ride as we complete everything in the Final Fantasy XIV free trial. Alright, let's start this week off by crafting up this whole list of like gatherer crafter gear and gatherer tools at 49, I think it was. Some of them are 50, but most of it's like 49 or a little lower. Upgrade everything, including my tools. Oh, it's not too bad of a look, actually. Nope, don't like that. Look at all those upgrades. I need to do tools next. I really do need to start getting into my 50 tools, I think. I'll have to take a look at it, though. Like, I've been not making tools because tools is like 16 new pieces for each class. Or, I mean, 16 new items to get a small bonus on each of the classes total, right? So I've been not bothering with tools and instead just upgrading my gear, my clothing, and accessories, right? Because that's a bonus to every single class. And I'm starting to hit that brick wall where it's like, yeah, you've been not bothering with your tools, so now you're gonna start like not even being able to hit the craftsmanship levels necessary in order to get the job done. So start upgrading the tools. I managed to turn all of my like single item, like millicorn, noble grapes, apples, down into the actual culinarian recipes, which gave me a lot of culinarian experience, but also the things I crafted with it are all used for leaves. So I have a bunch of stuff to turn in for leaves for culinarian, which are probably going to get me quite a few levels. And then I just hit up Bongo Zongo down here. Unfortunately, one of these has to go somewhere else. So I'm going to have to deal with that at some point. Tons and tons and tons of experience. Oh, this one should have multiple turn-ins. Yep, this one is a triple turn-in. That's going to use up my cornmeal real fast. That's fine. I'm here to use it up after all. This should be enough to get me up to 50. There it is. All in good taste 5. Culinarian to 50. Which means the only class I've got left, which isn't at 50 yet, crafter-wise, is Alchemist. Let's go ahead and at least turn in this Alchemist one. Let's see. It's true without lying 5. Yep, I thought that would work. Is true without lying 5. And mastering the hand 1. Yeah, I thought that would be enough to get it. Since my Alchemist was like 49, I thought that one more Grand Company turn-in would be enough to get me up to 50. Which gets me to 50 in every single crafter. Builder of the Realm. I'm just, I was collecting from a time node. And I'm just sort of messing around with materia stuff. Tacos, big fat tacos, so big. Baron. Hi, Baron. Unfortunately, I don't think I can make any big fat tacos. I think there are any crafting recipes for those at the moment. This is the level 50 item I'm going to go ahead and craft for myself in order to access the trader that can do master recipe stuff.
1 hour later.
Oh no, 207. Okay, so that's 4. Luckily, I had lots of room to play with. And that does it. That gets me where I need to be. Secondary. Actually, that might not get me where I need to be. It might be a primary they needed you to use for that. In fact, I think it might have required a primary. Yeah, needs a primary tool. Oh well. I now know I can craft the level 50 stuff. Let me just try and find a primary tool for literally any crafter or gatherer. Are these all secondaries? Is that all they're giving me here? Do they not let me make any primary? Does the game force you to use the level 50 that you get from finishing your crafter or gatherer quest? So it literally doesn't give you any primaries of any kind? Yeah, they're not gonna let me. I get that the game's like, no, do your quests, but like, that's stupid. So in order to even do Guiding Stars quest, I have to finish one of my crafter or gatherer quest lines. Before unlocking master recipes, you have no means to craft a level 50 tool. So I just wasted like the first hour of the stream crafting a secondary. Gatherer is allowed, then I'm doing Gatherer. In fact, I will do Botanist because I've already done a couple of those quests. There is a means by which I can bypass this and still stay within the ground rules of the challenge. There is a means to do that, but I'm not going to do it. And that's to wait for master recipes until I get to Heaven's Word and then craft like a level 52 item or something, which should bypass the level 50 required tool thing, right? If I waited till I get to Heaven's Word, I could probably do this within the rules of the challenge, but like, I'm not doing that. I don't want any of that. I don't want a single piece of that class-specific gear. Why would I? Like, even if I were equipping things I got as quest rewards, I wouldn't want a single piece of that class-specific gear. Why would I ever want a gear set that's only for one of my crafters or gatherers? What a waste of everyone's life. Now then, let's go do what I need to do with this so I can throw it away. There's your stupid tool that you forced me to go get, idiot. Now shove it and shut up. No doubt you're fond of your chosen instrument. Not this one. I didn't craft it. Going with cheesecake. You may now trade with Talon. Get this disgusting thing off of me. Ugh. Gross. I didn't craft it. I don't want it. I think I'll go ahead and do a couple of dungeon runs. I will start collecting some pieces like that just so I can descent them for a chance at Battlecraft Materia. Hey, is that... Yep, that's Battlecraft Materia. There you go. Yeah, see, I should start taking quest reward pieces so I can just tear them apart for Battlecraft Materia. So I'll snag them. Wanderer's Palace, now accessible. I think every single one of these dungeons starts off with, everyone died. You want to go in there still? So I'm getting into the master crafting stuff now. Those darn lambs of Dalamud. How many times do we have to wipe you out, you stupid cult? Mapping on to poor keep. And now you're all forced to sit and wait while I watch a cutscene. Or pull the boss instantly, that's an option too. But it doesn't look like they are. Usually people are more willing to wait when you're the healer. I don't know why. I have no idea why our machinist ran behind the thing like you're supposed to do for the catastrophe attack and then ran out from behind it. It was like, why are you standing not behind the thing? That has a lot of spirit bonded stuff. Yay! What's next? I suppose I might get a decent amount of that stuff if I start sort of going through my crafting log and just like breaking down equipment that's not an upgrade, right? There's a bunch of low-level stuff in my crafting log. I can start going through, and I'll need to break most of that down after I'm done crafting it anyway. Kata's cry. All the sand and all the bugs. Oh, wow, I don't even have an AoE. We're really at a point where, like, I think Celine's gonna do most of the work in this dungeon. This is one of those dungeons. We're early enough along. I think Celine's gonna do most of the work, and I'm more of a DPS here. So I can keep a little regen going now that we pull decent enough. I still have my fairy abilities, so that's easy enough. I don't have any of my, I don't have any ether flow or any special, like, instant cast or anything like that. I have a couple fairy abilities, though, that'll be useful. Very simple. Very few abilities for me to use anyway. Of course it silenced me. Can't silence my fairy, you dumbass. Alright, how are we gonna handle these rooms? Are you going to fight them all? Or are we gonna run past them? I gotta wait for everyone else to get going. Nope. They're not just gonna go straight past them. We can teleport out without fighting these enemies. But it's a good thing I didn't, otherwise I would have abandoned my tank here. Mapping Cutter's Cry. That one's done too. And now we get to face off against this jackass. Ooh, I can't remember. Ram, I think, is around him, and so that's get out. And then I think Dragon is get in, if I remember correctly. Are you gonna take it away? Yeah, she's doing pretty good. Ah, there we go. Why there's them like level 90s and stuff in there? Those poor people getting dragged into Cutter's Cry by this dumbass potato. Okay, one last one to run. Look at all those little friggin' watermelons running around. Those little doinkers. Just give us all a shield, because we're gonna need it to run past this idiot. Oh look, someone else marked him. Good, so someone, at least one other person in this group totally knows to mostly just ignore the tonberries and go for the king as much as you can. Just try and burn him down before he can use the grudge attacks. There you go. To the Dungeons 3! And that takes care of pretty much all the dungeons. There's a little more I want to do today, because there's one more thing of collecting. That's going to be another 15-ish minutes before I can collect the last thing I want to do, and then some gardening to get started on that. And so I don't even know what to do now. Pop that. I got a Tomberry card. Ooh, Leader of the Band 1. Tomberry card. And that's pretty much everything. Then I can finally get started trying to make my own Gieselgreeds. If anyone tries to do this similar sort of challenge, but doesn't have the challenge in place that you can't buy from merchants unless absolutely necessary, then your life will be so much easier than mine. Because, like, Gieselgreens are like 20 gil at any of the starter merchants in the starter towns. It's the cheapest, easiest thing to get ever. But unfortunately, you can also garden them. There it is. Come on, last bit of tunnel and topsoil I need. There we go. Let's go ahead and do this. I don't think I've ever bothered to do gardening once my entire life in this game. I can't believe the game is forcing me to engage with gardening of all things in order to make items for myself. So annoying. Is this the plot she put aside for me? There's nothing in this bed. Okay, good. Thank you very much, Mello, for giving me access to your garden in your house. Now I can finally start growing the Giesel greens with my black thumb little Lala potato here. Look, let's see if I don't kill my crops completely. Oh, okay. Never mind. I got it. Use that and that. Yep, grade 3 Thonolin and Domin Plum. This and this. So I have to basically just spread them out in like this checker pattern, trying to get these stupid plants to crossbreed. That's everything planted. They're working fine. I need to tend them like once a day. I got no friggin' fish meal to use on them, so it doesn't matter anyway. Alright. Enough of all this nonsense for today. That is where I will go ahead and end it.